coming by has me looking right here under the sky. And I left my home past the evening fire in the blink of an eye.
What is up, everybody? This is Atticus, the Death Meddler, and for this video I'm going to be touching up on a recent tragedy that has happened in one of my favorite cities in my state of Florida, Orlando. Now, I have a humongous heart for Orlando, and I considered it my second home, mostly because my big brother lives in Orlando, but also the fact that the metal community in Orlando is just absolutely amazing, and just getting to know them from seeing Nile at the start of this year just goes to show that the metal community in Orlando is just absolutely just amazing. Now, this video is addressing on the tragedy that has happened not too long ago, probably what happened yesterday, that involved a rising star from the show The Voice named Christina Grimmie. Now, many of you know I'm not a big fan of The Voice. You know, I don't like any of those shows or any of that shit, but in truth, like, she was doing her own thing, and she was actually a YouTube sensation, you know, starting off. Then she got up into The Voice, and she became this rising star. And she mostly did that in order to, you know, help out her mother, who has stage 3 breast cancer. And, you know, that's a pretty noble thing to do. But what happened on this case, she unfortunately was murdered by this one crazy dude. Now, I'm going to get down onto the article at hand here, and I'm going to explain why this really does affect me in a personal level. Now, let's get to it now, shall we? Christina Grimmie, a rising singing star who gained fame as a YouTube sensation and a contestant on television's The Voice, was shot dead while signing autographs for fans after a concert in Orlando, police said on Saturday. The suspected attacker died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police believed he traveled to Florida to the Florida city specifically to carry out the shooting, authorities said. Investigators are still trying to determine a motive for Friday night's shooting. Orlando Police Chief John Mines said at news conference. Mines said there was no indication the suspect knew the singer personally, but reportedly traveled to Orlando to commit this crime. Grimmie, 22, was signing autographs for fans inside the Plaza Live music venue just before 10:30 p.m. on Friday after performing as the opening act for the band Before You Exit, police said. A man approached Grimmie and opened fire before Grimmie's brother Marcus tackled him as an act that Mine said probably saved lives. Police have not yet identified the suspect, but say he was carrying 2 handguns, a large hunting knife, and 2 loaded magazines. The suspect shot himself and died after being tackled, police said. Grimmie was taken to a local hospital in critical condition and died from her injuries early on Saturday morning. New Jersey native Grimmie first drew attention several years ago for her YouTube videos featuring covers of pop songs. In 2014, she placed 3rd on The Voice, a singing competition on NBC, with Maroon 5 lead singer Adam Levine as her coach. "We are heartbroken," said The Voice in a Twitter post late Friday. And the reason why this really does make me sad, and why this really does affect me on a fucking personal level. Let me just say this. This really does affect me on a very personal level, because I've experienced this shit almost happen to one of my favorite bands. I've mentioned this a couple times in my videos, but you know what? I'm going to explain to this like right now. To my new subscribers, I will let you know, but you know, my old viewers, they know of what I'm talking about. So, I was attending the Summer Slaughter Tour in Tampa in 2012, and Jaffer Cowboy was going to do their set, but unfortunately their set was cut short and they bolted off on stage. We were confused on what the fuck was going on, and the guys said at the venue, "We understand what's going on, you guys need to get the fuck out of here." So pretty much like 1,000 of us that was in that venue got out. We saw SWAT teams, we saw, you know, canine units, there was caution tape, and we were all just confused on what the fuck was going on. But someone heard a tip that someone who had 2 knives and a gun, and they were planning to kill Jaffer Cowboy on stage. And that really fucking pisses me off, and it really fucks my head up. That I see this shit all the time. This almost reminds me of like what happened to Dimebag Darrell. Yes, I am bringing it up. Dimebag Darrell was performing on stage with Damage Plan before the very audience, and a one crazed fan murdered him on stage. And, you know, it's still engraved to a lot of people in the metalhead community. Not to mention, I mentioned a story in where Cal Decapitation was playing a show in California. A person in the mosh pit drew out a knife and was attempting to hurt someone, but the rest of the metalheads at the venue tackled the motherfucker. And also, gosh, the Paris terrorist attacks that happened in November 13th, 2015 last year, and where a bunch of concert goers were murdered by ISIS militants. And Steven Anderson went around saying, "What do you expect from a death metal show?" When in fact the Eagles of death metal are not even a death metal band. And that's what really struck a fucking nerve on me. But with this, it makes me sad. It makes me really honestly fucking sad over this. Because this was actually a rising star. Now, I'm a little bit skeptical over The Voice and all those other shows like American Idol and stuff, because I mean, those people don't really go by once they, you know, they become contestants of those shows. But she really, you know, followed her heart. I listened to a couple of her, you know, work. She's a beautiful singer, beautifully talented. I will give her credit on that. And it's sad. It's really fucking sad. The fact that, you know, she did so much to make her mother proud. The fact, you know, her mother was on stage 3 breast cancer, that really says a lot and stuff. And, Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. And what also really fucks my head over is the fact that this happened a mile away where my big brother lives. This happened at the venue and where I'm going to be seeing this year's Summer Slaughter. The Plaza, yes. To those of you in the Orlando area that's attending the Plaza, or anybody in Florida that's attending the Orlando date, yeah, that's where it happened. And I talked to my brother about this. I really talked to my brother about this because I instantly thought of like my experience on what happened in Tampa in 2012. But he said, you know, don't worry, they're going to buff up security, which, you know, after the incident in Tampa, they really did, which was a, you know, a good thing for the law enforcement in Tampa. But, Jesus fucking Christ, I just, after hearing about this, and, you know, it really scares me to see something happen at this year's Summer Slaughter. It really does. It really fucking does. And I fucking hate to hear stories like this, and it breaks my fucking heart to, you know, have this shit go on, especially towards a rising star that did so much good, you know, really kind-hearted soul. Not a big fan of pop or anything like that, but this was a very kind, gentle woman, and it fucking sucks. I am trying my damnedest not to, like, break down on camera, but god fucking damn it. It sucks. Before I end this video, my deepest condolences go out to the friends and family members and the fans of Christina Grimmie. It really is a tragedy, and stuff like this should never happen. You do not do this. Whatever show it is, whether it be a metal show, pop show, country show, you do not fucking do that at any show. Because people are there just to have a blast. That's what really pains me, that this shit goes on. This doesn't have to do with anything about gun violence or anything like that. Focus mainly on the victim here. That's what I also really fucking hate about this. And to people that go around with this whole, guns that, no. You're trivializing the whole fucking thing. Have some time to mourn the dead. It sucks. It really sucks. And it's a damn shame that, a young star died so early. And also, before I end this video, I just want to let you know that I am going to be graduating next week. So, it's kind of crazy. I'm graduating from college right now, but as of right now, it's very uncertain of where my direction is going to be with this channel, because I absolutely love, making videos for you guys and bringing out the content that I bring out and stuff. But it's at this point in where, it's scary for me, because the majority of my time where I make my videos, I make it at my college. And the fact that I'm graduating and that I don't have any software to go up, it's what scares me, because I want to keep on doing this and I want to keep entertaining you guys and shit, because I love you guys and I love doing what I do. So I'll see what I can do. I'm currently looking on to some Creative Cloud as of right now, but there's some stuff that I really need to upgrade, save up some money and all this other stuff. But thank you guys very much for supporting me, for subscribing to my channel and all this other stuff. I really do thank you all. Cheers to you, Christina Grimmie. Without further ado, ladies and gents, I am Atticus, the Death Metaler. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Links are in the description below. Keep it metal. Have a wonderful day.
Ak vinolak vagran, fono son sindrosa, dovaki fahim, koga mudra.